Welcome back to Clouds, everybody. I am your absolutely insane Professor Ethan.
And I'm your granola Professor Ricky. I'm wearing hemp, baby.
Why am I insane, you ask?
I do ask now, right now, at this very moment, why are you insane?
Yeah, so I've been contemplating this what if for so long.
You did kind of hit me like when I walked in the lab on the rip, like with this question. And it honestly is a pretty interesting would you rather.
Okay, so, and this is going to sound like really obvious off the rip, but then when you think about it, you're going to be like, huh.
This had more meat
Layers
to this question than I thought I was expecting personally.
It was like Death Note.
Yeah, it was.
But better. No,
But
so
better.
Here it is, guys and gals. What would you rather? It rain every night, be sunny during the day, or rain every day, but be clear at night, essentially.
And that, like, it gave me pause because at first I was like, yes, I want it to be clear during the day and rain at night.
Duh.
Right. But I'm a guy who likes snow.
Right.
I come from a snowy area by birthright, and I want
He's a Viking.
I am a Viking in my own right, living on the body of water that is the Erie.
Yeah,
and
right,
I want it. I like the snow. So if I were to say it's always clear forever during the day, I never get a beautiful snow day. I never get that.
Right. And the stipulation is, of course, like the seasonal like temperature stays the same. It just like depends on whether it's going to rain or not.
It's perspiring during the day, whether it's rain or snow.
Yes.
Yeah, because it'll still be cold and hot.
Like,
cold
so
and then
for
hot in the
instance,
summer, right?
even in the South, if it was raining every single night, it'd be snowing every night because it's
Every
still like sub
single night.
20s,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
So maybe it would melt during the days here, right?
Maybe it wouldn't.
Maybe.
Yeah, right.
But that's the gamble you have to play. And then, of course, if you're up north, you're getting like hella
You're
snow
screwed.
every night.
You're screwed because, like, normally it may, like, where I'm from, like, raised as a kid, you were off the lake and the weather was already insane because the lake effect would cause that crazy, gloomy weather all the time. So it's already close to raining or, like, downpouring every day. But imagine a northern city every single night snowing and then never being warm enough to melt that. You would be buried. Like, everyone would be screwed. They'd be done.
But I guess, to be honest, if it's happening during the day too.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah.
So like the benefit would be like every time you went skiing, it'd be a nice bluebird day.
Perfect. Yeah.
It'd be fun. But
You'd be skiing on 10 feet of snow because it just wouldn't go anywhere.
But like also think about summer. The only relief you would get is at night, and then nobody's out at night anyway.
And even if you were, and if you tried, you'd be screwed. Like, you would
be
be able to go anywhere.
Yeah,
like,
you'd be drenched.
You'd be drenched.
I just like I love in the summer or even like I guess late spring the like little showers that come out of nowhere and just like cool you down while you're running or something.
What I've found is that's a very southern experience where you have like these sudden bursts of rain, almost like clockwork around 5 o'clock in the summer. You'd have like a 15-minute crazy shower and then it just go away.
Torrential downpour.
Yeah, it would be like a monsoon and then it'd be like, lol, JK. Nope,
never happened.
That never happened.
Big
Don't worry about it.
Sun comes out like, what's up, dudes?
95 degrees. It's already dry by 6. And you're like, what the fuck was that?
He comes out, he's like, sorry, I just had to go to the bathroom quick.
Oh,
my bad.
Now you're going to be getting me thinking every summer shower it's going to be
well,
just going to be the sky pissing on me.
Well,
thank you for that. I'm glad you put that image in my brain.
Yeah. Anyway,
I want to avoid that image at all costs.
I do still think that the right answer is sunny every day, clear or whatever, but then
it has to be
rain every night.
It has
to
be.
I just think that there's a lot of problems.
There's a lot of implications to it. It doesn't matter which one you choose, you're both screwed.
Yeah.
What a weird weather system. You want to avoid that at all costs.
Yeah.
And that is
a
great segue today, actually, into what we were talking about. Ethan brought up a very interesting topic that I think, given our isekai click lately, we wanted to kind of move away from that. But this is a little tangential to the whole isekai concept of being transported to another world. So let's take that to the next level, Ethan.
Yes.
And not just talk about the anime worlds we'd be transported to, but the ones we want to avoid at all costs.
Of course.
What worlds would actually not be fun to be in, despite us looking from the outside in, right?
Right.
So I wanted to set up some parameters real quick.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
This might change my whole life.
No, I think it doesn't, because I think this is important to the question, right? Is we would be dropped into this world as we are now, right? We don't get any boons, we don't get any powers, are we aligned to the world we're dropped into, or are we just humans as we are?
I think you'd be dropped in as like an average of everyone that's there.
Now that's
like,
interesting.
Of course, you can't be the strongest, but I also don't think we'd be the weakest.
Okay, so whatever system.
If there is a power system, you're smack dab in the fucking middle.
You're average. Okay.
You're average human being.
Okay, because I think
you're not gonna be an average Saiyan. Don't get that idea.
That's what I was looking for, right?
Yeah.
If you're the average of the power system, an average Saiyan in the Dragon Ball universe, you're still at least popping off Super Saiyan 1 at least.
No, you get wiped out.
Yeah, I guess you would be dead, wouldn't you? So you're a normal human, but if the humans themselves have a power that's widespread enough to you assume to have one, then you would
I would
get
say,
that.
For instance, a quirk in My Hero Academia. You would have one. It's probably just not anything special.
Right. Even if it were combat ready, it's not like you're not going to UA, right?
You might be Tape Guy, frankly.
Yeah, you could be Tape Guy, but he's making his way in the world.
I don't
he's
know
in Class 1A.
It's frankly ridiculous.
And he kind of popped off in the Two Heroes movie, right?
Yeah, true.
He did pretty damn good.
Yeah, let's just say I don't know how he's doing it.
Sicko, he's kind of a low-key badass.
I wouldn't go that far.
But okay, parameters set. If a power system is in there and it's widely available to everyone, assumed, think almost like
Didn't I just say one? I just gave an example.
You did. I literally don't know why I'm blanking on unordinary.
Okay, sure.
Right, unordinary. You'd be like a 3.5. That's a little powerful, but you're not like God tier, right?
Maybe like a 2.5.
Maybe like a 2.5. Like you're playing the game, but you aren't winning.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so you are dropped in the world like that. I guess my first.
I think there's an obvious answer that you want to be nowhere near this world.
Let's hit it. Let's do that.
Attack on Titan.
No shit, you don't want to be.
You want nothing to do with this shit.
You don't. But the thing is, it depends on where you are, right? But actually, no. You're right. It doesn't matter because even the world outside of Paradisia, is that the?
I don't know.
The island outside of the 3-ringed island, you are still in a war-torn world. Like the entire international landscape, they're at constant war.
Yeah, so the way I look at it is if you basically are thrust into the world that Eren lives in the beginning, you are like being genocided or fodder.
You are
for these Titans.
You are mollywopped.
You might be the genocider on the other side, right? So it's like there's no win there. I think either way, it's a bad news bears.
It's the bad news bears shit. My first one that I was thinking on the way over here is One Punch Man.
Okay,
I would never want to be in that world because even the first scene where they do an Attack on Titan parody,
right?
He accidentally knocks over. Well, he punches that big Titan thing and crushes a city and a half. Like City B is fucked. Imagine how many lives they just glossed over that were lost in that moment, right? Tens of thousands of people died. Statistically, you're one of them, right?
Exactly.
So in One Punch Man, would you be like a C or B hero? But the general population, they're not all heroes. So you would just be a human.
I think you might be like a D hero or whatever.
Okay.
Whatever like the lowest level is.
I think C is like the lowest, then you go up from there.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, it might be C then. Like very low C though. If you're thinking like a full ass average.
Okay. Yeah.
But even C heroes like let's think about Moomin Rider, the true main character.
The actual hero in this show, for sure.
He's getting beat on constantly.
That guy, I'm shook to my core. He still has legs. Like
he must be made of adamantium.
I think that's the thing, right? Is that he's
your actually guy. Wolverine, and nobody knows yet.
No one thinks about it that way, but he is.
Sup, bub?
Yeah, bub. Hey, bub. But yeah, I think any world where a huge cataclysmic event could be possible, you don't want to go.
Though.
What are your thoughts on Naruto? Where would you think we
Absolutely not.
Yeah, no, right? Like
not only is there like child warriors, like first of all, insane.
Would we be Chunin at best?
Well, so the problem that I foresee with a Naruto world is we don't get to see just like the random people, the field workers.
No, we don't.
Like we only see ninjas. So you're like, I guess I would be a ninja.
The only time you see people that don't have the ability to mold chakra in play is like moments when the divine tree is swallowing up everybody, or the infinite Tsukunomi is making like the feudal lords But they're getting waxed by this genjutsu. So I mean, that's probably where we would fall from statistics point of view. Like, ninja make up a pretty sizable population set, but they still are a very low percentage of the overall population.
Well, I don't know that. I genuinely
That's fair.
don't.
Okay.
I don't know. I would guess based on what we do know about the world, you got to put yourself at like a low tuning just by age.
Just by age, right. Where we would be is at best, if we worked our asses off, we might be the like fodder jonin.
Exactly.
Maybe. But we don't really get a number on people's, like, the people who have the ability to mold chakra at all, because they're a very unformally trained people who can use ninjutsu. And we see them here and there. They're like kind of like rogue individuals that, could spat a little bit and a little taijutsu and a little ninjutsu, but we would get waxed.
I guess so. Like in the first season or whatever, the Naruto bridge incident.
Yes.
There's the bridge builder. Just like a regular ass dude.
But he knew a little jutsu. He knew a little bit. He like knew like one like earth style, but it was just like for his own uses. So would that be where we sit? So right, I don't know if I'd want to be in that world, because you are then subjected to the real probability even, that we would be like waxed off from a like world level cataclysm event, because these gods are running around battling shit.
Well, I think you also got to remember, you have the fucking Biju just like doing whatever they want occasionally.
They're just there. Yeah.
Like throughout different parts in history, they're running fucking wild, just going ham.
Just clapping villages left and right.
Right. Like, I guess if you had to choose a time to be just a normal human, you'd want to be like Naruto run Okage area,
right?
Village or
sure, right?
Because then you have the science people coming in. You've got like it looked like almost like a modern city being built.
Now that's an interesting point to bring up, because you're right. In Boruto, is whatever your thoughts are on it.
You don't want to be in that world.
You don't want to be in that
wild.
world, but at least you have some tools. Like literally, people who can't use ninjutsu do have the tech to give it a shot, right?
At least this is a little era driven as well, right?
Yeah, it is. So
like, you definitely don't want to be in warring states.
No, you fucking third Great Ninja War.
Yeah,
fuck
no way.
Miss me with that. But Boruto, you could probably, if you had a little bit, if you had some coin to buy some of those ninja tools, you could probably fucking do it.
Yeah, you could probably get by
it. The one that I was actually on the fence on that I wanted to bring up, Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's one you necessarily would really care to avoid, because the world of hunters it's
like kind of hidden almost.
Yes, it's off to the side. It's elevated individuals, but they're elevated a way that's not blended in normal society. You do get moments like in New York City or whatever, the auction house is basically the guy with the fingers just like clapping an entire room of auctioneers.
Yeah.
That could happen to you, right? But as far as the good and bad conflicts of hunters happening, they're very off to the side. I think you'd be able to operate in that world all right. So I think you don't want to necessarily avoid it, but would we get Nen? I don't think we would.
Well, now I'm wondering if we should change the parameters to where like you'd have to be in the subset of the cool powers, but you'd be like low to mid tier.
Yes, right.
Like capped.
You're not the protagonist in these situations. Right.
Because otherwise, like, you're just a normal human in that world. So yeah, why would you avoid it?
And you avoid any world, like I said, any world that has people that can enact world-ending events. You want to clearly avoid that shit. God of High School, look at that shit. They literally wiped South Korea off the map.
Right.
Like, you don't want to be in that world at all.
I mean, not a one little
not
bit.
even a little bit. If you were just the normal human. Now, if you had Artichoke, you could probably make it work.
Right. But the crazy thing is they were just like nuking places for funsies.
Yeah, right?
Like the US threw like 10 million.
They literally were like,
dudes.
Cool. It's probably in our best interest to wipe a country out off the planet. It's better in our case to do that.
Problem with sending 1,000 nukes is there's a lot of fallout.
Yeah, so I mean,
okay, so let's change this a little bit. You'd be in the powered set. Like if it is like you'd be not even Krillin, you'd be Yamcha in Dragon Ball Z.
Not even Tenten. No, wait. What's his face? Tien. I literally thought of. I had Naruto on the brain.
Well,
Sorry.
I was like,
if I had to be Tencent, I would not ever want to go.
Chiaotzu.
I would be. Oh shit. Oh fuck. My only best move would be blowing myself up.
I got this, Tien. You live.
Yeah, you fucking thought, right? I'm still here. Okay, so you are in the world and you do have the powers that we enjoy watching, but you are clearly not main protagonist.
You have to not be like important.
You have to, but you are still in the game, right? So in that case, I think I would avoid Hunter x Hunter. Because,
me too.
Yeah, because
well, actually, it seems kind of fun, to be honest. You could be like just
you could be specialized and not have to fuck around with.
Yeah, you could be like an animal guy who doesn't ever deal with the chimera ants,
the
right?
shit people the shit Gon and Killua have to deal with. We would never have to deal with that.
Exactly.
But we'd still be elevated and
I
still
would go to that world. I'm not even gonna lie.
Would you?
I wouldn't avoid that at all costs.
We are definitely gonna have a follow-up episode of anime worlds we want to go to.
Yeah.
So we'll talk more in depth about that later, because there are other implications of going to Hunter x Hunter's world as a hunter that makes it cool, but I digress. The one also, Dr. Stone.
I was gonna say that next. That's crazy.
Thoughts?
Not in a million years.
No?
Unless you're Senku or near Senku, you're fucked.
Yeah, I don't. I think you and I we're smart enough boys, right?
But guess what? I don't know how to do.
Literally, actual legit science in my brain on the spot.
No, I just can't. I don't know how to mine and refine like materials to start making stuff.
Baby. Yeah, I totally understand that.
I can do it if I had the base material. I just don't know how you get raw materials out of this stuff.
You go make a friend like Chrome.
That doesn't matter. How do we refine iron ore? Explain that to me.
You're right. We don't. The power system in that show is science, and I think as much science as we do know, it's not all here.
Yeah,
we have Google machines.
Well, we have Google machines, but we also have like machines to do these things for us. In a lot of cases.
Senku is Google.
You can also just buy hydrochloric acid.
I can all just go fucking buy that shit at the Home Depot, man.
Exactly. But you can't do that in Dr. Stone world.
I also think this is like, if you were to have gone to Dr. Stone's world at the moment of the event, imagine the maddening concept of counting for 3,300 years.
Yeah.
That would, that's not okay to me. That's actually a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, I mean, I for sure would get locked in it and just be like, I'd be conscious the whole time for 16 million years.
Yeah, right.
You know, like, I'd be that unlucky guy.
I guess I know we're trying to use this episode to avoid our recent isekai kick.
Okay, I got a question from an isekai.
This is the segment of this episode where we talk about isekais. Hit me with the question.
Sword Art Online.
No, fuck that shit.
Okay, why?
Just I don't like it. It's not about avoiding it at all costs for my own safety, but it wouldn't be appealing. At the same time, though, that world is set up to be accessible to anybody, right? It's a video game.
Yeah, so here's my counter argument to that.
Okay.
I think I might also avoid it at all costs, but here's the devil's advocate.
Okay.
There seem to be a lot of people who didn't just kill themselves immediately like dum-dums.
Yeah, right.
Who were living fairly comfortable lives on random floors.
That is fair.
You know, like there were some like pretty chill floors that were just like, oh, forest land, let's fish, let's hang out all day.
Yeah, somewhere in the mid-20s, right, is like legitimately a peaceful, bountiful world. Like
there was like some nice thing in the 40s, like some nice city, like
well,
and I don't know, it'd be kind of interesting, right? Because you don't have to go fight off in the forward group, so you're not pushing floors forward, but you get to like continually go to new floors and see new shit after they've cleared it.
Hey, girl, you want to take an excursion this weekend to 33? Oh, fuck yeah. That's got a sweet city downtown. Let's go there. But I think what you have to give up to be in that world is you can't go back. Are you being fed? Is your actual real body dying in the real world?
That's the really bad part.
That's the trade-off, and I think...
Well, that's the reason I say you wouldn't want to
for that reason,
because your body is just like withering away.
Yes, and you basically, if you want to enjoy a nice peaceful time on 427, fine, but whoever the powers that be on the other side has to keep feeding you, I don't know, fucking Soylent Green or some shit to keep you alive.
Boy, I'd hate for somebody to wake up.
Yeah.
Gosh, I'd hate for power to go out in this freaking facility.
Yo, I never thought about a power outage. Imagine if a city had a power outage during Sword Art Online.
Imagine if a freaking tsunami hit.
Everyone would be fucked. Like,
yeah.
They would not just like have their brains microwave, but they'd also die in a tsunami.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, they drown.
They would drown, but also have their brains microwave. So maybe it's not the worst way to go. However, I've never had my brain nuked, so I can't say with a primary
You've also
source.
never drowned, last I checked.
Last you checked. Oh, who knows? Who even knows? Do you have any others that were on deck already? Like you were like, I definitely don't want to go to this world.
Yeah. So
I think we talked about Dragon Balls. No. I don't think I'd want to go to Dragon Ball.
I think Dragon Ball Z is an interesting one because let's just say you're like martial artist level. You can never be like the actual best martial artist.
No, you can't.
So like, what's the point almost? And then worse, like Frieza's always blowing it up or Cell's always blowing it up.
There it is, right? Is that you have people like Piccolo in early Z casually blowing away the moon.
But you don't know this stuff. That's the thing. Like, you don't know what's going on.
But you are subjected to it. The moon
First of all, if the moon blows up, the Earth ends anyway. So
right. Imagine where Yamcha was when the moon blew up. Everyone just watched like, the fuck was that?
Yeah.
Are we not going to talk about this? And no one mentions it ever in the show, right? After that point. Can we talk about how the moon blew up? Fuck off, Yamcha. Like, no one cares.
No one saw that but you, idiot.
Yeah, no one saw that happen. So yeah, I don't know if I'd want to go to Dragon Ball because it goes back to my core problem with a lot of these worlds is that you are powerful enough to at least play along with the game. That is the power system of the show. But you are at the mercy of these people who can do basically solar system galaxy ending feats.
Yeah.
You're powerless to stop it. You're at the mercy of the heroes that would have to stop this and just pray to the only god you know to hope that they just win the day or else you're screwed, right?
Yeah.
And imagine dying several times and having to be wished back and you don't even know what the fuck happened, right?
Right. And like, what if they just forget about you?
Yeah, right,
they
right.
Just forget to get this guy back. Some random dude on our squad. We wouldn't be Z fighters. We'd just be some random guy on the other side of the earth.
Right. We'd be like Master Crane or something. Like, we'd be powerful, but we wouldn't be like, we maybe could pull off a key blast, maybe.
We'd be General Tower or whatever his name is.
Yeah, right. We'd be able to play along, but the second the Saiyans come along, you know you're done, dude.
Yeah.
And even Krillin can wax your ass. Krillin can wax your ass.
Oh, for sure.
You're done. You're done.
Chaozu could probably kick your ass. Let's be real.
If he... Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Okay, another one. I think Black Clover would suck to be in. If you're just like a low level, like maybe not even Magic Knight, because of how like power based the whole society is. If you're not super powerful with mana, you don't have cool magic, everyone fucking hates you.
Well, the thing is, you notice that in Black Clover, we see the prejudices because of... It's more of a caste system prejudice than it is the actual... If you have magic, that's fine. You're not anything to write home to mom about, but you're fine, right? You're getting by. You're not going to be a fucking royal, right?
Well, the thing is, because everyone has the propensity for magic in this world, you just be an average fucking Joe.
Yeah.
It's not like you have to be a Magic Knight. You just be some random dude with magic.
Yeah, sure. And I think that...
So you could be in one of those towns off to the side where after the eye of the midnight sun just waxes everybody, your entire village is broken, everyone's dead around you.
That's actually a fair
they
point.
forgot about you. Like, you could just be nobodies.
So a world where it's not just the possibility of a world-ending event happening, but you're the afterthought.
Yeah.
Yeah, that combo of things is not
good.
That ain't for me, Chief. Like, that's not going to work. Something I just finished recently, Jujutsu Kaisen. I don't think I would mind. That's another one of those that's kind of like Jujutsu sorcerers and the cursed spirits. You may be cursed, but it seems the likeliness of that happening is not a thing. So I don't know if I'd avoid it at all costs, but it seems the reality of those cursed seems pretty fucking morbid. Like,
yeah,
that's not a good...
The tough part about that is like, okay, so are you a Jujutsu sorcerer? Because that's the only power set we know of, really.
Oh yeah, maybe if you're low level jutsu sorcerer, then you're subjected to these cursed beings.
Yeah,
like,
you're just that guy that drives around with the kids in the car, whatever his name is.
Oh yeah, the glasses guy who just keeps losing Yuji.
Yeah,
I guess you're right. You're at most a savvy chauffeur.
Right.
You're a guy who knows about
You're literally
curses.
a babysitter. I hate to break it to you, guy. You're a babysitter.
You would be a superpowered babysitter, and you have to
superpower is really like
that's a loose term. In
it's
this
loose
case.
with you.
But the possibility of you getting like physically contorted into like a cursed body is very high. So
I'm thinking no.
I'm thinking okay, maybe you're right. And if we were to be in a Jutsu sorcerer in that world, no, miss me with that, Chief. Like I'm not going to that world at all. That sounds like a bad time.
Question.
Yes.
Demon Slayer.
Interesting.
You'd probably be in the Slayer Corps.
Yeah.
But you'd be like one of the low-level dorks.
The fact that we saw what it took to become one.
Nuts.
Right, it's nuts. So I think if you play your cards right, you wouldn't necessarily have to avoid that world at all costs, but you might be more of a... Wow, I'm, again, forgetting names. Blonde-haired kid, we hate him. Zenitsu. Yeah. Zenitsu, you'd probably be like him without the thunderclap shit.
Yeah, and he sucks.
Right?
Everything about him's terrible. If you're saying I have to be Zenitsu, kill me now.
Kill me now.
Even with his powers.
I'd like to be an Inosuke. I'd like to be a little boar boy. Little pretty boar boy.
Little wild man.
The wild man. That is... Can we talk about... Is Inosuke, like... Is he actually a powerful demon slayer? Or does he... Because he's self-taught. Like, he's never taught. And he's accidentally made one because he just was already living on the mountain they're having the test on.
Yeah.
And he already kind of just passed because he's like, oh, I thought there was just shit to fight. Is he actually powerful? He's surviving, which this does come back to the question, right? If you were something like him, I don't know if that would be a world to avoid at all costs, because if you're a demon slayer, you went through some pretty rigorous shit and you are powerful in your own right. And you know breathing forms, at least.
Yeah, but I would say a lot of these demons are ridiculous. Like,
we haven't seen a lot of the higher level shit.
Well,
yet.
We've just gotten lucky because Tanjiro's always like, you know, he's obviously the main character, so we're following them.
Right.
And he's just gotten lucky. He'll like run into somebody that'll help him a lot of times. Or like he's got some weird shit going on I don't know about really yet. True.
And he's got, you know, some extra shit. His form of breathing actually has more forms than he knew about, so he has a little bit of room to grow. Yeah, Demon Slayer
is Inosuke strong. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I think in the context, but he's unconventionally so.
But he also got super lucky that he ran into Tanjiro, who's going to get trained by the,
yes.
This, I forget what the girl's name is.
Butterfly chick.
Yeah,
I forgot her name too. But she's thirsty for that gazpacho dick. Like that's well. Remember how Inosuke can't pronounce his name right?
Whose name?
Tanjiro. He always pronounces Tanjiro's name wrong because he can't say it.
No, little girl is into Tanjiro. Kano is into him.
Yes. Okay, you're right.
The big girl, I don't know what her name is though.
The big girl? Yeah.
Older woman.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Whatever. That was so long ago.
I just want that show back, man. I want it back.
I want the movie. This is ridiculous. It hasn't come out yet.
The sub trailer just came out, so it is coming soon.
I know, but what the fuck? It's been out for so long in Japan.
I know. And it's like the second highest grossing animated film of all time.
Yeah,
or something like that.
buckload.
It made buku dollars, and I'm shocked. You're right. Why did it make so much money and we have yet to get a slice of that?
Absolutely ridiculous.
What's it called? Insanity Train? Or something like that?
No, but close enough.
Something like that. Oh, dude.
Going off the rails on an infinity train. Copyrighted.
Oh, yeah, true. But Dorohedoro.
Terrible. Avoid
at all costs.
Avoid.
Imagine what it's like to live.
Terrible.
Even if you knew magic, but again, like, that's not the main pivotal power system in this show. Right. We have people that don't know magic, like, they're operating without magic.
Right.
Which is cool. But that world seems like it sucks. I would never want to go there.
I mean, they're like eating human parts, it seems like, for most of the freaking show.
Speaking of eating human parts, there's an obvious one we haven't said yet. Promise Neverland. Why the fuck would we want to be in that world?
So bad.
It'd be the worst idea.
Legit the worst world. Maybe.
I want to do, I don't know if you've seen it yet, Promised Neverland Season 2.
Haven't even watched it at all.
I'm caught up. I got some shit to say.
Yeah, well, now that everything's like ended, I can watch it all.
Yeah.
And we'll be good.
Yeah. I think you should binge it because I don't want to give you any kind of skew before it, but
well, because
the game's changed in not a way that I like. That's all.
A lot of people don't like it.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I was holding off on that and Attack on Titan and ReZero so that I can just watch them all in one shot. And just in case I get stuck in those situations like My Hero, where it was like, we get 3 episodes and then the 4th episode's a complete nothing burger. You know, I just wanted to, spread myself out while I got lots of time here, or while I didn't have a lot of time.
That's fair. And I think it was Random Bomb Man in the Discord, which you can join for $1 up on our Patreon, by the way. He was saying, like, what are your thoughts on the last part of the final season coming in winter 2022?
Right.
And I'm like, as an Attack on Titan fan, what's
like
fucking new? What's fucking new, right?
Is it 22 or 21?
So it's that winter season that straddles the years.
Gotcha.
It'll come at the end of this year. So
for real, what's new?
As a fan of Attack on Titan, what's fucking new? The reason why I think season 2 suffered was because it didn't immediately ride the hype of season 1, which was very well done. Took the world by storm in 2000 and the teens. I don't know.
What are we talking
20 teens. Attack on Titan, season 1.
13.
There it is. Yeah, or 14. It's in the
God
teens.
Dang it, guys.
Give us a buffer. We talked about this.
Plus or minus 5 years.
I thought we buried this hatchet,
7.5 years.
In 1974, as far as we know. But that show took a 4-year fucking hiatus.
Right.
And then they took a couple year hiatuses in the middle of other seasonal parts. So
right.
What else is new? Well, it's fine. I'll wait. That's cool. It's all right.
So it doesn't really feel like season 3 was that long ago, but it's also because we lost an entire year.
We did. That 2020 didn't exist.
Right.
It was just, there was 2019 and then we're here now.
I mean, I had realized I hadn't talked to somebody for like over 2 years recently, and it was like,
yeah,
the year was gone. No offense. I just literally didn't know what was going on.
Long time no see. What do you mean long time? Oh, shit. Yeah, we talked in 2018.
Yeah.
Fuck, all right. That's cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dora Hetero, Promised Neverland, both. No goes.
Absolute
no goes. Any world that's got like that real grungy aesthetic, that it's grungy for a reason, right?
Like it's cool to watch, but it'd be terrible to live in.
Would you want to go to Trigun?
Are you kidding me? The world is like dying.
The world is dying. No, I wouldn't want to go to Trigun at all. You'd have to be.
I don't like sand.
Our $1 billion man. Yeah. You'd have to be.
It gets everywhere. I hate sand.
I fucking hate
sand.
I'm
Anakin, damn it.
Oh God, there's so many. And it's funny, right? When you bring the question up of anime worlds you actually want to avoid, they all kind of suck. Like,
yeah.
A lot of them kind of suck. And the reason why they suck, or the reason why those shows are engaging, is because our main characters are surviving, be it something as drastic as Promised Neverland or ReZero, right? They're getting by by the skin of their teeth.
Right.
Or you have shows that are like My Hero or Dragon Ball or even Jujutsu. Like, you're watching or Bleach. Bleach is a good example. You're watching a 1 in a billion case person.
Right.
That's why they're the main character, because you hear a lot of people that are like, it's not realistic that Ichigo can do all this shit. Of course it's not. Of course it's not.
It's also not realistic that Ichigo is also a Quincy because his mom was a Quincy.
He has all the
His dad was a freaking Shinigami.
And
his mom was attacked by this special Vastalorde while she was pregnant with him, and he gets attached to his soul.
So
he also has, he
got full bring on a fucking whim.
Right.
On a whim. I'm like, so he has every spiritual vein, and you look at a world like that, it kind of sucks, but you're watching the 1 in a million case trailblaze through it because they are that special situation.
Right.
And everyone's like, it's not realistic. Sure, but you're watching
really,
the rarity.
Death gods aren't realistic? Well,
I don't know. I don't know.
You guys live in.
But death gods are everywhere, obviously. You can't see them weird how we can.
And they like freaking apples.
They love apples. Death Note's just Earth.
Yeah.
With a guy with a scary notebook. That's what it is.
But imagine you're just like some random dum-dum in this world.
Yeah, and
people are just dying off in absolute droves for no reason. That would be kind of scary.
What's your name? Brian.
Jeff.
That's my name. Brian Jefferson. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You just pick people you hate.
You pick people. What's your name? Louis C.K. Oh yeah, let me write that down. Sure.
Idiot.
Dip. Hard dip.
Okay, I got one.
Yeah, what you got?
Any of the Gundam series.
No shit, you wouldn't know. Like,
nothing.
Any of the mech. Well, the thing is, any mecha show, those mechs exist to fight a threat that is bigger than a human being.
Right.
Like, unless you are a great mech operator, you're fucked. Right.
Well, I'm like just thinking even the original Gundam, right? The worlds, it appears that they're like humanity has split off into two.
Yeah, right.
Two groups, and they're fighting constantly. Child soldiers, like all over the place. Like it's just not a world you want to be in. And like think about it, you're probably just some random guy on the ship. Like you're not a Gundam pilot,
right? You're like
fully at the whim of your own Gundam pilots.
You're
a
hydraulic mech, like you're a hydraulic mechanic. Like that's what you are.
I hope my guy isn't a complete loser like Shinji.
Yeah, you're praying that the operator is.
Speaking of, terrible world to be in.
Yeah. Are you the main character? Main character of what? I'm fucked.
Oh, no.
Yep.
Wait, what's your name?
Yeah, what's your name? Shinji shits.
Damn it.
Like anything like that. Darling in the Franxx, Gurren Lagann, anything like that. Like it's just.
It'd be pretty bad.
It'd be pretty bad unless if you count being an operator of a mech as.
Still bad.
It's still bad.
Because you're not the best.
No, and you notice all the bests are surviving by the skin of their teeth.
Right.
They're coming back with half a mech left.
Right.
Sometimes, or most of the time, frankly.
Kama get killed sucks.
No, that'd be bad, dude.
That'd be bad.
And Kill a Kill would suck too.
All the kills, bad.
If it's got kill in the name,
yeah,
just get out of here. Death.
Let's just go ahead and not like obviously, right?
There are other worlds. God, I do want to talk about the worlds I'd like to be in, but we'll definitely do another episode.
Yeah, that's got to be a different episode.
That's got to be a different episode.
I know, I'm like skirting one that I really want to go
to. I know. But have you noticed, we've said a lot of the big boys.
Right.
And they all have worlds, when you break it down, you don't want to be there.
Well, because I think that's what's cool about these shows, right? Is they show like the best of the best. They show like how they're all the people that are fighting the calamities, right?
Yes,
but
yeah.
If you're just a random freaking Joe Schmo, you're going to be calamified constantly.
And the fact that the reason why you watch these two is not just to watch that 1 in a million case, but to kind of vicariously feel what it's like to be the man, right? To be the dude, to be the one that the whole world looks to, like, who the fuck is that guy? And I want to be that. I want to follow that guy. But realistically, and I hate to tell you students, you probably wouldn't be that guy. We wouldn't be that guy. That's the whole parameter. We wouldn't be the guy.
Yeah, I mean,
so in what?
Well, because like I said, Dr. Stone wouldn't be so bad if you were in the same village as Senku, right?
Yes,
because we could help him. Like, we're not completely useless.
No, we could, right?
But if we're it and he's not around, like, I can't do all that. So you'd have to be a supplementary character. I just don't view us as like world beating.
No. We are. In reality, we are, obviously.
Yeah,
but of course. But
to these mere mortals.
To these mere plebes. And so I think Dr. Stone's an interesting one too, because of if we were to have been awoken, right? Let's give us at least that, right?
Mm-hmm.
We statistically wouldn't be even close to Senku. We'd be on the other side of the world. Maybe we have a Senku.
I would love for them to obviously I haven't watched this season either because I was frustrated with the lack of science.
I know.
But I want to know if they ever find out like what's going on in America.
That is true.
Is everyone just rock boys?
Yeah, they did use America. They used people's lack of knowledge of that pretty effectively. But you're right. What is actually happening in America?
Right, it's just like a bunch of fucking people sitting like, lonk.
When they go back and they're already back in the 1920s, like, you guys are fucking slow, guys.
Slow idiots.
You slow idiots.
We did this once and we'll do it again.
Yeah, we've already been here. This is our victory lap. That's
they
fine.
literally have like, that'd be so funny. Like, imagine that. They're like struggling so hard in Japan and they finally get like a boat. And then
they go to America and
it's like a regular galley. And then we got like steamships and stuff like that. I was like, what's up, guys?
and the thing is with Dr. Stone, they could do that at any point, which is funny.
Yeah.
They could. Oh, we woke up like 1,000 years ago. We're good to go. Like, we're Gucci. What are you guys doing? Wait, you just got a tank?
Yeah.
Weird. And it looks like a gorilla? How tacky.
This is so crazy because I have freaking nukes already.
Yeah, it's so weird because
but I mean, it is really important for us. So.
Oh, you guys made it like kind of like a radio situation. That's cute.
Here's my freaking Nokia.
Yeah, this thing doesn't break.
Yeah,
we actually decided the only thing that's different in this world, we're keeping these.
Yeah,
fuck iPhones. We're keeping the Nokias.
We have Motorola Razors already, so
and we got the Crazer, which isn't selling that well,
and a chocolate.
And the chocolate. I remember the chocolate.
The
LG chocolate. Do you remember the Juke? That weird, super
weird, like
the one that spun.
One?
Yeah, my brother bought it, and it was like an instant regret move. He's like, "This is dumb."
I bought a Samsung Symphony, I believe it was called.
I haven't thought about a Symphony in a long time.
So it had like a slide-out keyboard.
Yeah,
because there was.
I had the LG Envies.
Those were like super popular.
Yeah, I was
weird, like
they're like little clamshells.
Phone.
Do you remember the old T-Mobile Sidekicks, the one that like clicked up and that I always wanted one of those, but then looking back I'm like, those are dumb as fuck. Like,
every one of these phones is stupid when you think about it.
They're all dumb. And same thing with these anime worlds. When you finally think about them, you avoid them at all costs, but we're naming almost all the big boys.
Yeah.
These worlds are treacherous, and I guess that's what makes these shows interesting, right?
Right.
The treachery, the stake escalation, and the power escalation is what makes these engaging. But when you put fantasy up against reality, doesn't quite hold up.
Well, I think it's because we suspend our like disbelief a lot of times, or we like suspend our reality metric.
Yes.
When we're watching these things, or a lot of people do. I don't.
Yeah.
Because I'm a loser, I guess. I'm always thinking like, damn, that would suck.
We can't suspend that. We can't suspend that belief, right? Because we, as academics, talking about, these shows in a very yes, we can't throw it away, right? We have to use that.
To be fair,
indubitably. I want to do a whole podcast where it's just like snooty as fuck.
I'm down.
Hello, welcome back to the Weebology podcast.
Hello,
I am your enlightened Professor McGinn. Pinkies up, my gents and ladies. But end of the day, of the ones we said, what's the worst world? I think we set it up top, dude. Attack on Titan would fucking suck. That would.
I mean, there's really no good part of Attack on Titan. Like, even if you're the top guys, it's not good.
If you're the best scout, if you're the founding Titan, if you are the president of Marley,
all of it's bad.
It's all bad. There isn't a situation where someone's living peacefully. And if we ever see that, like we did in this last season, it doesn't last long. Right. They're fucked.
Like 3 seconds.
Yeah. 3 seconds of
there's
peace.
There's a Titan there.
Yeah. Oops. Yeah. And the thing is, it's that show more than others. I'm still sticking on One Punch Man because it's kind of a similar vibe where calamity can strike with no warning.
Right.
But honestly, One Punch Man, though, there are like citywide alerts, but there are a lot of them. Like,
well, because along with that, I'm thinking solo leveling, same deal.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Like, gates can just pop open anywhere, and if nobody finds them, they're going to break, and then everyone in the vicinity gets killed.
And you're at the mercy of your nation's firepower on that very specific front, right? Your militaristic might is, like, hogwash compared to, like, how good your hunters are, right?
Right.
So a country like Korea, China, America, they have national treasure level hunters, but we don't hear much about Germany or France or Britain or... who maybe they don't have one. So if an S-rank gate pops up, goodbye Britain, goodbye Ireland,
or
goodbye
Africa.
France. Yeah, goodbye the entire continent of Africa. Goodbye. Like, you're done.
Australia.
I
can't wait to meet that guy.
Down under. You'd basically be fucked, man. I'm really bad at Australia.
Yikes.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
It's not a knife.
That's not a knife. This is a knife. But yeah, I guess at the end of the day, the takeaway is when you do a little thought experiment about anime worlds,
yeah,
kind of fucking suck. But when we do revisit this topic, we'll talk about some that are actually kind of slappers.
Yeah. I think there's a few that are just obvious too.
I think I won't specifically call out any yet, but anyone that's like a sports anime would be dope as shit to be in.
Because that's just a normal world.
Right, but if you look at what they're doing on the court,
I'll be honest with you, I was in a sports anime myself growing up.
Yeah. I'm just thinking how dope it'd be to go watch a Megalobox fight.
True.
That would be awesome as hell. So, but I'll go in more of that on the next time we talk about this.
I agree.
Yeah. But thank you for coming to this short one. A little quick one. It's like 45 minutes, right? We did pretty good, right?
Yeah, about 45er.
Yeah, it's a quick 45er.
I mean, you got anything else to talk about, or are we good?
I don't know. Maybe I want to go Super Saiyan. I just want to go to Dragon Ball's world and be a monkey boy. That's all I want.
I think, yeah. I mean, I think the question for some of those does change if you are like top flight.
Sure.
Right? I think if you're a top demon slayer, it's not that big of a deal.
At that point, it's whether you want, the trade-off there isn't so much that you're subjected to the calamities, is would you want to deal with the trials and tribulations of having to be fighting the guy to deal with those calamities, despite being your OP self? Would you still want to deal with that?
Well, because I was thinking Full Metal Alchemist.
Interesting.
If you're just some random awake,
yeah,
it would suck.
But
if you're like the top guy, you got sick fucking powers,
but
dude.
But is alchemy a matter of birthright born into power? I say no. It's very much an acute science that we could learn. Like, we could have dedicated, if we got plopped in and we dedicated our lives to like learning alchemy, I think we could be top dogs. Like, because it's an academic thing, right?
Yeah, I just think you're overestimating our academic strength.
I'm overestimating yours, maybe.
Oh, wow. How good were you at chemistry, Mr. Not Chemist?
I'm really bad at chemistry.
So shut the hell up.
It's all science in the day.
I was bad the first time I took it. Second time, great.
Clocked it. We're good. That's the world I want to be in, because I'm top dog there.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Full Metal Alchemist is an interesting one. It is an interesting one, but you do see entire civilizations get wiped off the face of the planet. So
I know you could just get caught in the wrong freaking like world
or war, like
right.
Yeah, and some of these places, their wars are so far spread and have such a collateral damage count that statistically you'd probably be clapped in there too.
All right, let's go a little bit farther outside of anime.
Okay,
Lord of the Rings.
No, it's essentially medieval shit.
It would suck.
It would suck. It's essentially all like the shit of a medieval society plus crap magic, unless I was an elf, like in Rivendell.
But even still, you have to go to war like every couple of years against Sauron's forces.
Yeah, right. Like that's not a good. I would be in there the post Frodo era when Sauron's just like off. He's gone.
I don't like genuinely know much about the post Frodo era.
I don't know if they have any post Frodo era.
It might just end, boys. Yeah, I mean, I feel like living in the Shire would be nice, right? Just like a common, cool little world. But even the Shire gets struck by a lot of these calamities, right?
I think it's famously kind of
put
off from that, right?
Like when it gets like serious, even the Shire feels the like shudder of the world.
The Shire feels the shudder of the calamity.
The Shire shudders before the Sauron forces.
Nice.
That was
dude.
hard.
Nice, dude.
What about Jurassic Park?
Yeah, I'd be there.
Because especially like world.
I wouldn't go visit. I would see sweet YouTube videos of actual dinosaurs, but I wouldn't go visit.
Here's my thing.
Imagine wars with fucking bioengineered dinosaurs, though.
Well, because here's my thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
First of all, favorite movie series of all time.
It's great.
But knowing what happens in Jurassic Park 1, 2, and 3,
yeah.
My question is, how do they get the permits to open Jurassic World?
Yeah, because this is all post Jurassic Park, right?
1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
3 times that they've escaped and killed a lot of people.
Right. And imagine them going for the permits like, wait, you mean the shit that...
Sorry, you want to make a T-Rex and let little kids come look at it?
Yeah.
Are you insane?
Like, you realize we as a species already tried this shit 3 times.
And it went so
and
bad.
it went so bad all 3 of those times. Statistically, we're batting 1,000 for actual shitty things happening.
For bad things.
Yeah, right. Do you want to open a world now, not just a fucking park? Sure. Wait, you said Chris Pratt's gonna be in it? Okay, yeah, open that shit up. That's cool. Okay. Yeah. That's all good.
No, because I like applying this like kind of mindset to movies and
other
stuff,
fictional worlds, yeah.
right? Because it's like it changes the whole like idea, or like thinking critically about a movie. Like, how do they actually get the permits for Jurassic World? That makes no sense.
When you don't let that one black box thing go unexplained, and you're just like, okay, I accept this for the narrative you're telling me.
Yeah.
But you open that black box and you scrutinize what's inside, like,
and you're like, why would that happen?
Why the fuck is this a reality? Like, in Marvel's Avengers, like the cinematic Marvel universe, like, no, that sounds like it sucks. That would be bad if I was an average 100%. Schmo. If I was an Avenger, well, sign me the fuck up. That sounds pretty rad.
Bad.
Still bad, sure, fine, but bad. Like, that's whatever. But yeah, I invite every one of the students to, hit us up on our Discord, hit us up on YouTube, or anywhere you can get in touch with us. Give us a world that you think would be avoiding at all costs. A place that when you finally think critically, you're like, Pass that one. But thank you for coming to class and enjoying our little thought exercise about being critical, analytical boys. If you'd like to listen with your eyes and your ears, hello, come over to YouTube. Give us a like, comment, subscribe, 5 stars on Apple, and while you're there, written review, whatever you're going to do. But if you just want ears and not eye action, Apple, Spotify, and everywhere else in between you get your podcast fix. Instagram at weebologypodcast. We got memes on memes and news and sometimes giveaway. You posted a thing about that slime game, and I want to play it. This looks pretty rad.
It's like
a doodle jump, but
yeah,
with
doodle jump
Rimuru.
slime.
Sounds awesome. Twitter at weebologyp. We post there sometimes, and if you want to give us some of that old school love, say hi or give us an anime we should watch. Weebologypodcast at gmail.com. Yep. If you want to give us some little monetary love, only if you can, patreon.com/weebology. We have $1 and up gets you into our Discord with all of our past guests and the other Discord students, professors, whatever title we give them. I don't know. Because they're not students anymore. They're assistant adjunct professors sometimes.
Yeah, true. Assistant professor, adjunct professor.
Teaching assistants, what have you.
Yeah.
Or $3 and up gets you our syllabus sidebar podcast, our lo-fi high vibe, sometimes anime, sometimes not, podcast that we do, just riffing about life, things that come to mind, and some other segments we do on that show. I am out of all the things to plug, but I'm going to go home and watch more anime about shitty worlds I don't want to go to, I guess. After doing this, I kind of have a new world view of everything.
Yeah. But I'm excited to do the ones that we're going to, because there's only like really a few that I can think of right now, but those ones require me to do like a little bit of research.
Yes, and I only can dream I get hit by Truck-kun and get sent to one of those good worlds.
Yeah.
But until I run into traffic, hoping I get isekai'd, I'm Ricky.
And I'm Ethan.
And this has been Weebology. Deuces. You're going to see me go play on the interstate. Like, someone hit me, Truck-kun. Shit.
Truck-kun, why do you keep missing me?
Yeah, I'm not trying to dodge or anything. I'm just sitting here.